to right side of the heart and fail to flow by systemic circulation, because now you can see we have said the anomaly is the blood is moving from left side to right side. It means now the heart is not able to pump the blood to the systemic circulation, and this is called as left to right shunt. And the third problem may be anomaly like blood flow from right side to left side of the heart, and this is failing to flow by lungs through the lungs, and this is called as right to left shunt. So here actually the blood is moving directly from the right side of the heart to the left side of the heart by means of any ventricular septal defect. So because of this, now the blood can't enter into pulmonary artery or also into the lungs. So next, let us see the patent ductus arteriosus, that is mainly having a left to right shunt. Means there is no systemic circulation, the blood is just coming from the left side which is oxygenated to the right side which is deoxygenated. So let us see, it is unfortunately it is seen in one baby of every 5500 babies. The ductus won't close, causing this. So the dynamics of circulation are like in early months there is no problem, but later the backward flow start due to the increase in pressure in left aorta or also in left atrium. So because of this, there is decreased pressure in pulmonary arteries, and increased aortic pressure make the condition worse, like because it also tries to increase the diameter of ductus arteriosus. So already because of pressure lot of backflow of blood is coming, and now already because of this higher aortic pressure the diameter is also increasing, so now there would be higher backflow of blood. So recirculation in lungs, that is from aortic pressure, this from aorta side, the blood enters into ductus, next into pulmonary artery, and next into lungs. And after entering into lungs, it may enter into left ventricle, right. So after entering into left ventricle, again coming back to aorta, again into lungs. So this is like recirculation. It is again just revolving like from left to right, left to right. So when heart fails or even lung congested, they show cyanosis. Cyanosis in later life. Cyanosis means the whole body is becoming blue color. Why it is becoming blue color? Because loss of oxygen and blood supply. So whenever there is no blood supply, blood only carries oxygen, so there will be no oxygen to the body, so the body becomes cyanosed. So in early life, this blood flow is more oxygenated than normal due to increased passing by lungs. So normally in early lives, we would think like somewhat beneficial, because you can see here, always the blood is entering from left atrium to the right atrium and to right ventricle, and again going into the lungs. So because of this blood is more oxygenated. Even though it is more oxygenated, it is waste because it is not able to enter into systemic circulation. So whole body may become blue color because of cyanosis. And next, let us see the diminished cardiac and respiratory reserve. So cardiac muscle may undergo hypertrophy after like 4 to 7 minutes, 7 times of repeated circulation in this case. And whenever the person does heavy strenuous exercise, the increased blood flow can reach the body tissues, and can't reach, increased blood flow can't reach, because whenever you're doing heavy exercise there is a higher requirement of oxygen and also higher requirement of blood flow, but in this case you can see the blood is not able to enter into systemic circulation, so the person may not get higher blood flow during exercise, and also person may faint even with the mild exercise, because here there is no sufficient blood flow to the body. And if the blood flow is ceased, and also it may lead to heart failure, because sometimes the completely blood may cease because of heart failure. And increase in pressure in lungs may lead to congestion, pulmonary edema, all these conditions. So if uncorrected with the age, the severity of the congestion of lungs increases, and also heart problem also increases, and the person die with heart disease between 20 to 40 years. So mainly this kind of congenital diseases, people may die at the age of 20 and 40 years. And next comes the heart sounds, machinery, murmurs. So you can see in the newborn there is no murmur, but in the age of like 1 to 3 years they show harsh blowing murmurs is heard mainly in the pulmonary artery area of the chest. So this is a just continuation of this our topic, mainly this is our left to right shunt. So this left to right shunt, all these are seen in this only. This mechanic machinery murmurs are also heard in left to right shunt. So these murmurs are intense in systole mainly when the aortic pressure is very high, and less intense during diastole when the aortic pressure is low. So murmur waxes and wanes with each beat of the heart, creating a machinery murmur. So you'll get a sound somewhat like a machine, because in systole it is very high, in diastole somewhat it's waxes and wanes, means it is again stopping and starting, so it is like intermittent sounds. So because of this, this is also called as machinery murmur. So we can treat this person surgically by simple, it is simple, because if you understand this concept, just to ligate the ductus arteriosus, again everything comes back to normal. So the simple surgical treatment is to ligate the ductus arteriosus. So it's the first successful heart surgeries ever performed, so this is very important. So what is the first successful heart surgery? That is the ligation of ductus arteriosus, because it's a very simple process. Next, let us see the teratology of Fallot. So actually, what is teratology? Teratology, you can see they are having four main causes. So this Fallot, here what happens is the blood shunt from right side to left side. Now you can imagine how the blood shunt from right side to left side, by mainly by means of ventricular defects. So because of this, what happens, the blood may not reach into the lungs, and the blood may remain always deoxygenated. So let us see, it is the most common cause of blue baby, because blue baby means cyanose. So most blood bypasses the lungs, so the aortic blood is deoxygenated venous blood. So as the blood is now deoxygenated, the blood whichever goes into the aorta is also deoxygenated venous blood. So four abnormalities are seen here, that is aorta overrides or origin towards the right side. So this is very abnormal. Normally, aorta should origin at the left side of the heart, but here the aorta is towards the right side. Then you can imagine the blood directly coming from the right atrium to right ventricle. From right ventricle, it directly goes into the aorta, means directly the deoxygenated blood is entering. And the second one is pulmonary artery stenosis, so that there is decrease in blood flow to the lungs, so bypasses the lungs. And the third one is left ventricle, so the blood passes now directly from left ventricle to right ventricle to the aorta. And the fourth one is right ventricular hypertrophy, because now you can understand, now aorta is on right side, so higher pressures in aorta lead to the left ventricle hypertrophy. So because of pumping blood against the increased pressure of aorta. And 75% of blood flow directly from the right ventricle enters into the aorta, that is the deoxygenated blood. So this is the main problem seen in teratology of Fallot. So how can we diagnose it? Mainly by seeing the blue skin, increase in systolic blood pressure mainly in the right ventricle, and this can be recorded by catheter and by right ventricular hypertrophy, and also when which is seen mainly by radiographic kilohertz. And also in the angiograms, x-rays, you can see this shunt, that blood is flowing from right side to left side directly without entering into the lungs. And surgical treatment, here you have just open pulmonary stenosis, and you can close why we need to open pulmonary stenosis, because now again the blood flows into the lungs, and next we need to close the septal defect, so that the blood may not enter from right ventricle into left ventricle. And also we need to try to reconstruct the blood flow pathway to the aorta. So by doing all this surgical treatment, the person lifespan may be like from 3 to 4 years, or sometimes even 50 years or also more. So it depends on the type of the person and the problem, intensity of problem he suffers. So now let us complete this by just looking the diagrams from our textbook. So you can see here the different pressure values are given for fetal circulation, and here you can see our patent ductus arteriosus. So when the patent ductus arteriosus is present, the blood may flow back from aorta into the pulmonary artery. So because of this, there may be mixing of oxygenated blood with deoxygenated blood. So even though here the oxygenated blood is coming to here, it passes to the lungs, but again from lungs it comes back into the uh, left atrium. Again from left atrium it comes to left ventricle, again goes right, and again comes back. So here there is no oxygenated blood going to our systemic circulation. So in teratology of Fallot, it's like right to left shunt. Means here you can see the ventricular septal defect is present. So the blood may enter from this right ventricle into the left ventricle. And one more problem is here, aorta is overriding. So because of this deoxygenated blood may directly go into the aorta and supply the deoxygenated blood all over the body. And one more problem is the pulmonary artery stenosis. So you can see the blood can never go into the lungs because of the stenosis over here. And you can see here the right ventricle is getting hypertrophied, because now it need to pump the blood against the high pressure aorta. So these are all the problems which we have discussed already in our teratology of Fallot's, which is a right to left shunt, and the patent ductus arteriosus is a left to right shunt.